Have you ever dreamed of being an astronaut? Floating in zero gravity, piloting a spaceship, or even walking on alien worlds? While real space travel is out of reach for most of us, some video games come incredibly close to simulating the astronaut experience. From realistic space physics to breathtaking planetary exploration, these games immerse you in the vast, unforgiving cosmos. In this video, we're counting down the top 5 space games that make you feel like a real astronaut. Buckle up, because we're about to embark on an incredible journey through the most realistic and immersive space experiences gaming has to offer. 5 Space Engineers. The ultimate sandbox for aspiring astronauts. At number 5, we have Space Engineers. A game that puts you in the role of an engineer, tasked with building, exploring, and surviving in the depths of space. Unlike arcade-style space games, Space Engineers uses realistic physics, requiring you to think like a real astronaut. You'll have to build and maintain spacecraft, mine asteroids for resources, and ensure your systems are working properly. There's no magic fuel, everything is governed by real-world physics, so every action has consequences. One of the most intense astronaut-like moments in this game is performing a spacewalk to repair your ship. With limited fuel in your jetpack and the constant risk of drifting into the void, you truly feel the isolation of deep space. If you love hands-on problem-solving and engineering challenges, Space Engineers is the perfect game for you. 4 Elite Dangerous, the ultimate piloting experience. Coming in at number 4 is Elite Dangerous, a game that puts you in the cockpit of a spaceship and lets you explore a 1-to-1 scale replica of the Milky Way galaxy. That's right, the entire Milky Way is yours to discover, from docking at massive space stations to navigating the immense gravity wells of stars and planets. Elite Dangerous captures the sheer scale of space like no other game. The ship controls are complex, requiring you to manage fuel, power distribution, and even life support. Every time you land on a planet or make a hyperspace jump, it feels like a small victory, just like in real space travel. For the ultimate astronaut experience, play in VR. Sitting in the pilot's seat, reaching for your ship's controls, and watching a planet rise over a distant moon? It's as close as you can get to being in space without leaving Earth. 3 Kerbal Space Program. The science of spaceflight. At number 3, we have Kerbal Space Program, the game that NASA and SpaceX engineers actually play. Why? Because KSP is built on real orbital mechanics, meaning every rocket launch, planetary landing, and space station docking follows the same laws of physics that govern real spaceflight. You start by building your own rockets from scratch, carefully designing each stage for maximum efficiency. If your spacecraft isn't balanced correctly, it will spin out of control. If you don't calculate your trajectory correctly, you'll miss your target or crash into a planet. There's no autopilot, just physics, math, and trial and error. But when you finally land your first Kerbal astronaut on the moon and bring them back home safely, that moment is pure magic. It's the closest many of us will ever come to experiencing the joy of space exploration. If you've ever wanted to learn how real space travel works, Kerbal Space Program is a must-play. 2 No Man's Sky. Exploring the unknown. At number 2, we have No Man's Sky, a game that captures the wonder and loneliness of space exploration like no other. Unlike other space games that focus on realistic physics, No Man's Sky is about the feeling of discovery. With over 18 quintillion procedurally generated planets, you'll never run out of new worlds to explore. Each planet has its own ecosystem, weather patterns, and alien life forms. You can land on a barren moon one moment and a lush, tropical paradise the next. But what makes this game feel like a true astronaut experience is the sense of isolation. Traveling through deep space, alone in your ship, looking out at the endless cosmos, it's both beautiful and terrifying. Just like real astronauts, you have to manage resources carefully, keep your ship in working order, and survive in harsh environments. If you love exploration and the idea of traveling where no one has gone before, No Man's Sky is the game for you. 1 Star Citizen. The future of space simulation. And finally, at number 1, we have Star Citizen, the most ambitious space simulation ever created. While still in development, Star Citizen already offers one of the most immersive and realistic space experiences in gaming. Imagine stepping into your spaceship, walking through its interior, sitting in the pilot's seat, and manually powering up your systems. You take off from a planet, break through the atmosphere, and enter the void of space, all without a single loading screen. Every action, from quantum jumps to dogfights in zero gravity, feels weighty and real. What makes Star Citizen truly special is its attention to detail. You have to manage oxygen levels, repair ship damage manually, and even keep your character fed and hydrated. This isn't just a space game, it's a full astronaut simulation. While it's still in early access, Star Citizen is shaping up to be the most realistic and ambitious space game ever made. If you're looking for the ultimate astronaut experience, keep your eyes on this one. So, which of these space games is your favorite? Are you a fan of the engineering challenge in Kerbal Space Program? Do you love the immersive cockpit experience of Elite Dangerous? Or are you waiting for the full release of Star Citizen? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into space, science, and gaming. Until next time, keep looking up, and keep exploring the stars.